guys, what's up? Just coming back with another weekly trade review for September 18th, 2023. I haven't said this in the beginning of some of my videos, but if anybody gets any value out of this, I would really appreciate if you could subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to build my channel up and help as many traders as I can. So today I took a few trades. Well, the first one was BP. And I was at the beginning of the session or pre-market rolling into the session short bias, and it did kind of pop. The SPY pop broke through PDC and came down and tested 2 days ago low. But what I liked about BP was the daily had room to the downside, so it was opening around this level here, and I thought that it could make it all the way back down to the 9 on the daily. What I've also been doing as of late, and I've mentioned this in some of my other videos, is utilizing volume profile. So I will pair this up. I will use the daily for my direction and look for larger time frame ranges or levels that will hold. And I'm looking for spots where I can find a low volume node on the volume profile utilizing the hourly chart. And generally speaking, what my data is showing is that it will move relatively quickly through these areas. So I thought I could get a quick pop out of this or a quick drop, a flush all the way down to my level. And I've kind of changed things up a little bit. Again, raising my risk now, again on this is the second or third time this month. And actually, no, second or third time within the last 2 months. But what I'm looking at here is adding into the position. I had an issue with adding in. I changed my script over the weekend, so I don't know what happened. I did test it in sim and it worked. However, it didn't work live today. And so I like the way this kind of held PDC and this level that I had marked, which coincides with a range that I drew on the 60 and then a smaller range on the 15 and 5 minute. So I had two scenarios, one which will come back and retest the top of this range, or the bottom, which is what I wanted because the ATR is not very big on this. So lately, again, with increased risk, I've been looking for a little bit more confirmation. I'm trying not to take as many risky trades, although risk management is always in check, and just putting a little bit more emphasis on the order book and the tape. So this one, using Bookmap, I could see the order book seemed to be somewhat in balance, and I just did not like the way the price was moving, and I partialed a few times, got back in, and thought process was run it down to 38.50, which it did move to. It was a little bit too whippy for me. I didn't like it, so I bailed. I've adapted the shot clock, and I know SMB has mentioned this too. If something hangs around a level and doesn't do what I want it to do, rather quickly, I'll just bail on the trade and look for another spot to re-enter. And U is another trade that I took, and it doesn't look impressive. It doesn't look like a huge move, but this was a 15-minute reversal call on my scanner, and this is what I liked. There was a huge sell-off at the open. And again, generally speaking, I don't trade these. It had a high R vol, and I used to adopt the rule where anything 150 and over I would avoid. Just because there's just too much interest in it over and above what the average volume is on the daily. And what I liked about it was, again, utilizing the tape and the order book, it seemed to hold 3280. And you can see it pushed. It did kind of a fake through this level. And I went long at the break of 33. It just didn't have enough juice behind it to get anywhere. So I kept my eye on the stock, and it came back down and retested, and then you can see a little volume push here. And what I was noticing is on the order book, there was an enormous bid at 32 or 33.50. And again, I thought, okay, if it gets past 33.50, let's see how it reacts once those orders are filled, or even if it does get back there, and I'll reevaluate. So that the first thing I did was when it hit 33.50, I went and removed half the position. And again, it doesn't look very impressive. It's not a huge move that I got out of this. However, when adding in, it works in a similar fashion to how I was trading in the past on reversals with a real tight stop. So this would make up for the difference on a larger stop. And I partialed out once or twice, and then it dipped real quick, and I did pull out of it. Now, this is the third trade of the day. And for those of you who have not traded live yet, the amount of emotional stress and the physical toll it takes on your body, especially with increased risk. And when you have your own capital at risk, it's very hard to explain. And so at this point, and based on data in the past, I'm calling it a day. There's other things I can focus in the on the business that I'm running, and I just thought my time would be better spent using it, growing other areas of the business. And I know from a performance standpoint, even though I'm only an hour in, I've been up since 4 a.m. My day starts very early. I'm training early. I start my pre-market prep early, and I know cognitively I'm just not there, and I start to make really stupid mistakes the deeper we get into the day. So I'm calling it a day, and yeah, and that is it. That's everything I took for the day. And like I said, I'm just going to work on other aspects of the business. If anybody has any questions whatsoever, if anybody's interested in mentoring, or I appreciate if you can even check out my site. I'm trying to build a small community and a Discord group. It's zprotrader.com, and all the information's there. The YouTube. I'm looking at potentially starting a podcast with Wes, and yeah, again, thank you very much for watching my videos. Any questions, DM me. Hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, email. There's a contact form on the website. I hope that everybody had a great trading day, and I will see you soon. Peace.